Hey there, folks. Welcome to a day that's a year in the making. Today is officially 365, and it should have been about maybe a week and a half ago, maybe. Because if you remember right, we did miss a couple of days. We did miss vacation time in October, so not perfectly, but if you go back to day 160, which was I think 150 to 160 was the days that I was on vacation, maybe even a little before that, and you take a look at where we were then as opposed to where we are now, you're going to be like, he made a lot of progress. And I did spend $10 on the Shadows of the Empire campaign, which did not affect basically anything. It certainly did not affect the Executor grind, which I saw a video, but I didn't click on it. Is Executor still worth the grind? And I don't know. In the days of where you can just, where you can just buy Finalizer, you can just buy Negotiator. If you're free to play, I definitely think so. And say what you want about this account. We spent $10. If you want to, I don't think that's worth dying on the hill for. But you know how people can be. I don't think that's worth whatever. But you know how people can be. They updated the web store, and I guess it must have happened at midnight because I logged in on the original account before midnight, and it was still in the old format. And then I went to log into the other accounts to do the stuff for today, day 350, day 365, and they changed it overnight. I mean, today. And I don't know if anybody has reported on that, but I noticed it, so I had to go back and track down my Google emails and log back in and re-verify and all that good stuff. But it's much slicker than it was, and so I got a couple things that I want to go over here. First of all, you can say whatever you want about 365. It's great. I, feel privileged to have been doing this for a year now. I feel privileged that a lot of you, some of you, hopefully have been with me the whole time. Others of you may not. Some may love what I'm doing. Others may not. That's fine. That's fine. I'm very clumsy at this game. I admit that I'm very new. We've been playing a total of 14, 15 months now, totally, since about Super Bowl, right before Valentine's Day-ish of 2023. So however long you want to say that is, that's how long we've been playing. Did I hit me Mara? I don't think I did, which is... By the way, I'm dead serious about what I said about last night about Mara. If you weren't here from that, that's your fault. Go back and watch the VOD from last night. But we got big things playing for Mara. Aside from that, I did want to clarify real quick what I said. If you watched the video about where I talked about Disney's Sorcerer Arena shutting down. Imagine this game with Disney characters, and that's what Sorcerer Arena was. It started right after lockdown in 2020, and it was a very promising game, but they just shot themselves in the foot because they did not, when a new character would come out, they would put it behind these energy like things where it was basically like a galactic chase where they would have these leaderboards, and you have to spend all your campaign energy, all your cantina energy type stuff, all your mod energy, all your ship energy, and then it was a leaderboard. So whoever got the most amount of points would get the most amount of shards. And that was when the character was released. And then they never moved them to like, I already clicked through it, but I believe they put, didn't they say, yeah, Captain Tarful. They put Captain Tarful here at in a 2A today. They never did that in Sorcerer. They did it with a handful of characters. They did it with the Big Hero 6 characters and the Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers characters, but then they never did it with anybody else. And they made it very harder to get some of the new release characters. Like, you couldn't get any of the new characters that have just came out within the last year. Basically without doing these energy leaderboards like I talked about, where you had to spend the energy, and then instead of, you reached a certain level and they would give you 3 fragments for each one, but ultimately the more energy you spend, which means the more money you spent, the more shards you got. So that way, and they never did it like here, where they go to packs and then they're in packs for a couple weeks, then they become farmable, and they never did double drop farming either. So there was a lot of mistakes they made, and I'm not shocked that the game shut down. It was a good game. I liked it a lot. It was very promising, but it just felt like at some point they just decided, we're going to see if we can make this profitable without giving people any reason to keep playing. They did come up with a new raid at the end of last year, which was good. And my guild had just put it on, my club had just put it on a farm where we're just getting the heroic version. So we're getting the new character, which was Genie Jafar, every week. And then like literally the next week, they're like, it's going to shut down at the end of July, which is fine. Whatever. I mean, that just gives you more time to dedicate to this game and other games, and I don't have to worry about that game. It's fine. But really sad to see it go, because it could have been great. It was unfortunately, it was just mismanaged, and they didn't seem to care about fixing it. And to me, the fixes were very easy. So, very sad to see that go. But enough about that. I'm really happy about this game. I'm really feeling good about this game. One thing we don't ever get an answer for is why they put these Lightspeed bundles in the game. Because don't get me wrong, I like the idea of the Lightspeed bundles, but for me, they're just distractions. When it's like they come out with new characters all the time. They come out with like, what is it, 2 characters a month at least. And this month, last month it was a gun. What was it? 2 Gungans and Padme that came out last month, and the month before it was Boss Nass and Captain Tarful's the month before. And last month we got Bombardier and Phalanx and Padme, and this month we've got Jar Jar and Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon, I'm guessing next week. And then I'm really hopeful that we get news about the ship or Galactic Legend in June, because if not, maybe that's the reason why they gave us these Lightspeed bundles, is because they weren't sure either which ship they were going to do, if they wanted to do a ship, if they wanted to do a GL, and that's perfect. That's perfectly fine. I think it's easy. I think it should have been the Resolute and Darth Tyrannus, but you know, who knows why they didn't do it, you know, with them shutting down Here's the Middle Earth and DSA. One would think they have more money because they're not paying for those servers to be open. They're not paying the artists to make people. They're not paying all the systems designers and all of the upkeep that goes along with that. But I don't know. I don't know. It's very confusing. It's very confusing, and I'm not happy about it at all. But that's what happens sometimes. Sometimes you're just going to be like, it doesn't make any sense. And unfortunately, that's a thing we're saying. I feel like we're saying a lot. You know, I grew up in the South, and that, for me, that's a all too familiar daily saying to me is when stuff doesn't make sense, I just you know, try to figure it out, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's because I live where I live, because that's the mindset of where I live, and I say that, but I'm not too sure, because I feel like I don't know how many of you have seen the movie Idiocracy, but it's I kind of feel like it's every day in the U.S. I feel like that movie is just. I feel like everybody just wants President Camacho. Whatever version of President Camacho you want, you get, is who they want. And they just, you know, why you don't get a tattoo, and they just want to sit around and watch all my guys, you know, that's basically what everybody wants to do. But, you know, that's fine. If that's you, you know, cool beans. That's not exactly what I want, and it kind of makes me sad that a lot of people want that, you know. Tomorrow, so we're doing this today, 365. Tomorrow, family is going to the proverbial indoor water park, hotel, whatever it is. Why? Because we won a free night last year, and, you know, we can't not use it, right? We can't just say thanks, but no thanks. We have to make a whole ordeal where we have to back up our life, even though it's only for one night, which is, but, you know, why can't it be like a week? I don't know. But one night, and then we'll be back, and, you know, but it'll be fine. You know, it's just annoying, that's all. Eventually we will get back to farming Cairo, but right now we just need to get 3PO up to whatever he's trying to get up to. Hey, 52, that's good. Good pull, so that finishes the one thing that we needed. What? Okay. Now we need a couple of these guys. This is like the worst part of it, is just, it's probably not efficient. I just don't even. I'm just at the point where it's like, okay, okay. What do you need? Okay. That's fine. Oh my gosh. I would, This hurts, but I just want to be done with it. Can I get 6 more of these from someone? Seems too expensive. Is it farm with? No. That's fine. We'll get there eventually. It's just when eventually happens, that's the big question. I think there was some other stuff I wanted, but I definitely know I wanted to touch on the DSA thing. I didn't really anticipate the little bit about social commentary and idiocracy, but it's come on. When it's right there, you just gotta take it sometimes. Alright, what else do we have? What else do we have left? I don't even know. But if you missed what we're planning for the future, make sure you go back and watch the whole video from last night, because there's some very, come to the end and I come to a farming path and I'm like, maybe by the end of the year we'll hopefully get through some of it. But I definitely think that by the end of the second year, if we get, we may interject some stuff in there if I don't feel like the farm is going quite as efficiently as I think, because we're only going to be progressing with 2 assault battle teams, and I kind of wanted to do them all, but the Inquisitors are just so far away that they're just so impractical. And I feel like you need the others, all of the others, to help facilitate the Inquisitors, because being that I've farmed the Inquisitors and now I'm gearing the Inquisitors on the Hyperlight account, I've got 3 of them at Relic 1, and what you'll see whenever I do the 12-month video, and I still have to finish. I'm in the process of gearing up 7th Sister, and then after that I still have to go back and do 2nd Sister. It would be a lot easier if I had many more assault teams in place. So but in case you're wondering, GI and Riva are not gonna be on the thing anytime soon. But we are gonna move ahead with two assault teams, and then after that, we are gonna flow into a legendary, and then after the legendary, which may surprise a lot of you, I think, because it's not gonna be, because if you haven't watched it, it's gonna be like, you watch it, you're gonna be like, dude, what? This guy? He's doing what now? But obviously, I think we got a pretty good chance of fitting that person in, that thing in, by the end of the year. Do I know that we can for sure? I feel like I'm 75% sure. And keep in mind, with this is going to be with I and the family going on vacation in the beginning of August, that I'm still going to try to shoehorn all this in. But I think it's going to be awesome, and it's definitely going to surprise some people in a lot of ways. So I definitely hope you're hyped about that. I don't know. I'm just buying Night Sisters because I feel like I should. Acolyte I don't want to buy. But I mean, if these sisters can help me punch up a little bit, I think I should give them a try. How much of a punch up? I don't have any clue. Hold on. Yes, please. Take those. All right, are we good? Might be good. What else do I have to talk about? It's got me. We continue to close in on, I did. I was like, what? Let's see if we can get, ship a little bit better somewhere, hopefully. Innovator, it needs to be one of these two. $15 and $15. I think we'll wait a little bit. We're so close on Ranger Crest. I need to check Dengar. I've not looked at Dengar. I don't think we have anything we can do with Dengar, because I just think we're like waiting. What did I do? Okay. Do I have enough to move Dengar up? I do. Okay. See how many of these I can make. Let's just do all of them. Let's not mess around. Let's just do all of them. See what happens. Let's go to 51. Okay. 51 of those. That's fine, I guess. 66. Okay, that means that we can go for. That means we can go to G4. Let's do it. To R4. R4 Dengar. One step closer. So all we need here is the Bronzium and this, and we can take them to G5. And then after that, the only person that's going to remain is TIE Pilot. So really happy about that. Yeah, it's still super slow. I love the grind. The grind is not, it's not as big as a nuisance as you think. Obviously we're gonna have to go back and give some more Kairos to BAM. But I think we're gonna worry about this Kairos after we get the assault battle teams built. That's when we'll go back and worry about giving Kairos to BAM. In the meantime, what we're just gonna do in the meantime is we're gonna have to farm some of those truck broads so we can get the meds to be able to bring up and Dengar and TIE Pilot, and that should really be our priority, is finishing Dengar and TIE Pilot, and then, so, you know, as much as I want to get 3PO to Gear 12, may not be the actual best thing for us to do right now. But anyway, I thought I had some other stuff to talk about. I really did. But I'm super excited about the path we're going forward. If you missed that, I'll lay it out again in a couple of days, or you can go back and watch the VOD from yesterday. And yeah, like I said, I'm super happy to have done this for a year. I hope to continue to do this for, I hope to be the guy that just sets the standard. And one day, you know, maybe you or your friend, or you've gone away and you're like doing something else for a little bit, and you're coming back and you're like, remember that guy that played Star Wars? I wonder if he's still doing the day-by-day thing. Because, and then you're like, oh my gosh, you just did day 780 or 960 or 1076 or something. And, you know, if we get to 1076, we're going to be year 3 by then, and you know, by then we'll definitely have. I'm confident that we'll definitely have a GL by then. I'm fairly confident that we're going to have another capital ship by then, and I'm confident that we'll be done with the assault battle teams, and probably all the conquest and proving grounds teams I want to build, which are all on the list. But we're definitely going to knock out some other stuff first, and then we'll come back and we'll finish off. And then we'll do some more assault battles, and we'll do some more conquest teams. And if you're not into assault battles and conquest, and you're just here for GAC, you might be surprised by the legendary. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to put that out there. You don't have to, but it has a lot to do with nostalgia. Let's put it that way. Feel free to go and check yesterday's VODs out. If you're still here, leave me a, I don't know, congrats or booyah, or hope to see you on day 1036. Let's put it that way. Anyway, thanks so much. We'll be back to start year 2 tomorrow or whenever. Till then, hold the line. Thanks for making space. God bless. See you tomorrow. Bye.